I messaged Jade and I was like, yo, what should I charge for this? And he said 2K USD, and I was so shocked because I was going to charge like $500.
Think about this interaction here.
Yeah.
Pushing outcome over delivery mechanism. People don't buy from that. If you made a carousel, breaking down that entire belief, guess what? You've targeted that exact person.
Write this down.
That's how you start to reposition yourself to the right people rather than just doing eye candy. Once you've done all that, like, you're ready to launch the offer.
Yeah. Something that's changed is...
All right. Well, this is Kevin.
So I'm Kevin, and I post videos on the internet that look very cool. Nah, restart.
Just these past 3 months, 2026, you've hit over 50 million
like
or something?
total. Started last year. Yeah, 50 million views.
About 50 million views since you started posting last year. About 3 months ago when we started working together, I told you one thing about how you were dealing with monetization and brand deals, and there was the fact that you were severely undercharging yourself. So what changed since we had that sort of interaction?
I think you have to understand what the ceiling is. If you don't talk to other people around the space, you don't know what's the standard to charge. I had my first big brand deal, and I messaged Jade and I was like, yo, what should I charge for this? And he said 2K USD. And I was so shocked because I was going to charge like $500. And I didn't know that you could charge that high.
Yeah.
And then did that whole brand deal, and then the next one I charged like 5K. So from being really shocked that I could charge 2K to landing 5K deals, I think that just, it's all mental. You got to know where you're at and what you can help.
Yeah, exactly. There's a big framework in pricing, right? Because obviously you can go through the route of your usual content creator, have the portfolio, reach out, and then try and charge pretty much slightly above what your other creator friends are doing.
Yeah.
But then it's a completely different dynamic when you start to break down exactly why you're valuable, why you're unique.
Yeah.
Right? The reason why companies want to work with you over somebody else, you have to know that better than the actual company.
Yeah.
Right? And that's something that very little people actually do. So after we sort of chatted together and how we can start to not just take the brand that you've built, I think when we started working together, you had like 14K or something like that. And then bring that up to, I think now, what are you at, like 20?
24.
Like 24, so plus 10,
Yeah.
right? And to be able to push a very, very clean, singular offer rather than saying, hey, I'm going to take a brand deal here, I'm going to take a UGC deal here, I'm going to launch a digital product here, right? That's the type of fragmented income source that you won't be able to target and actually focus in on saying, okay, we can actually scale this further.
Yeah.
Kev's actually gone through a new offer process. So you've gone through and upped your pricing for brand deals, you've built the momentum around that, and now you're at this point where you can now help other people out.
Yes.
Right. So tell me more about what you've been building over the past few weeks.
I've gone through like more than 5 brand deals now and been making good amount off these brand deals, and I think I always think back to my past self, like when I was asking Jaden how much I should charge. There's so many other creators that are in that exact same position, and you know, I had to reach out to Jaden, reach out to my other friend, what should I charge, how do I do this shoot? And I feel like I've gone through the process so many times of that I know how to help people that are in that position.
What we're going to do now is I'm going to break down everything from his initial offer to his funnel, and then also how he targets his content, because I think that's the one thing that you sort of came to me about initially, actually targeting content into the offer. But we need to make sure that the foundation is actually set first before we go into that. So we're now at Kev's offer. So first thing is I need you to understand exactly who you're targeting, right? And have you actually gone through the process of asking people if this is something that they're willing to pay for, if this is actually like painful enough for them to...
I haven't asked specifically, but yeah.
But you've sort of gone around the...
Yeah, like around my creative friends, seeing what they're charging
Okay,
and all that.
gotcha. So you've gone, I'm just gonna say you've gone around, but haven't directly queried.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one thing I want to actually flag with you, right? The thing is, you can imply that you have a solution that they would actually want, but then until you get the direct, yes, this is something that I would actually pay for, then it's very, very hard for you to even get off the ground, right? Because like one of the big problems that I think you came to me with was the sign-ups bit.
Yes.
Even though you had all the infrastructure built out and you're pretty much ready to launch, you just need the volume, you're now struggling because even though you're getting views, it's not actually pushing forward into a problem that these guys actually want to have solved, right? So one of the things that you need to do is just make sure that you've actually asked these people first, right? Ask them exactly, how can I, what is something that you see in me that you would want to have but you don't at the moment, or you're stuck from something that I've been able to overcome, right? Ask them, okay, if I were to solve this problem, how much would you realistically pay for this? Right? These types of questions, and I have a whole SOP on this, so like I can send it to you later, but those types of questions, you have to be able to ask them directly to somebody, because that's going to give you enough direction, not just in terms of the avatar, but in also how you're going to package the offer to then, okay, no matter what happens, I'm targeting the right people, I'm targeting the right audience, and then when you create content on it, it's just so much easier to push, because you know the problems that these guys are doing straight away, right? Yeah. So I would say number one, like the thing that you need to do 100% is just ask these people, what are they actually going through, right? How can you help? Yeah, ask them. Once you've done that, then you can build out your avatar again, right? When you've gone through your avatar, you've already mentioned, right? Your content creator who's undercharging. Okay, content creator undercharging for brand deals. Perfect. Okay. I want you to really understand their story. Where are they at right now? Because content creator, I sort of mentioned this sort of on the way here, right? It's a really, really broad market of people. The amount of content creators that are out there that do education versus the amount of content creators who do cinematic videography, they're completely different fields, but if you package them all into one content creator, you're going to be able to serve none of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to understand the exact problem that these guys are going through, and then if you can target it in your content and still get the same amount of like content volume, you win, right? Because you've already hit the 50 million view mark, like aggregate. Yeah. So you know how to get views. Now it's just a matter of, okay, what kind of systems and back-end prep have we actually put in place to be able to target these guys well?
Yeah.
Okay, so avatar, figure out by asking, then you can build out the avatar. Again, I have all the SOPs for this, so we can sort of go through this again. Let's quickly jump to offer, right? Offer, first thing is, I'm just gonna say it's like a community, because that's what you mentioned earlier, right? But then what specifics as part of that community are you solving? Like what are you solving for this avatar? Is it just the fact that they're undercharging?
I think walk through my landing page.
Okay.
And it's more clear. Helping underpositioned creators land high ticket brand deals.
Okay.
It splits into 3 pillars, right? So first, like having a nice enough page to be able to get inbound leads for the brand deals. And this is like all of this stuff. And then pillar 2 is closing the brand deal for high prices. So reviewing emails together, negotiating, and just like increasing the confidence of these people to be able to send that email to charge higher.
Yep.
And then pillar 3 is actually fulfilling these brand deals, right? So I think I'm thinking of myself as a videographer,
right?
To make these brand deals, you have to have a whole day of shooting, editing, getting, like for my Cooper deals, I need drivers, all of this stuff. You got to think about, right? So it's making sure the shoot goes well and that you build a good relationship with the brand so they come back with more brand deals. So like the whole, 3 pillars, whole thing, and then it just loops into more relationships and brand deals.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's okay. So that's the offer basically.
Right. So that's more like the delivery mechanism, which is great, right? Yeah, delivery mechanism for sure. Like I think it's spot on in terms of how you're actually going to deliver success to these guys. Now it's just a matter of how well you are for fulfillment.
Yeah.
The thing that I need to flag with you for your offer is that's more deliverable based, right? These are the things that you're actually going to do to these guys. But what is the thing that you're actually going to give them, right? So think about how you're going to push their positioning. You're going to get them to charge more. You're going to make sure that they're able to fulfill their offers, right? But for you, what are you actually providing to these guys?
Like what I see right now is I work one-on-one with these people, and we land bigger, better brand deals, close them, good fulfillment, and then it gets to the point where they don't need me anymore to close these brand deals or to get these brand deals. They've learned everything they need, and they don't need to ask me, how do I close this, how do I do this, because they already have the systems to be able to do it, and like write these emails and negotiate better.
Right. So outcome then is going to be get more brand deals.
Yes.
And
Get
charge
more
higher
brand
prices.
deals, charge higher prices for your brand deals.
Okay, get more brand deals, charge higher prices
Yeah, with confidence.
with confidence. Dude, I should bring you into my fulfillment. This is like, it's pretty cool that we're in a pretty similar space. But yeah, get more brand deals, charge higher prices with confidence. Okay, so that's an outcome base, right? So when you're actually pushing the offer to these guys, the thing that you need to have in your landing page is not what you're providing them, because they don't care if you're doing a brand audit. They don't care if they're helping you, if you're helping them out with like fulfillment, right? They just need to know, okay, what do I actually get out of Kevin? Okay. Because if you haven't defined that yet, there's going to be no incentive for somebody to go into it. If I were to hop into this, right?
Yeah.
Private access for A-player creatives. What does that actually mean?
Yeah. This one, I haven't like publicly launched my offer yet.
Right.
I'm just trying to collect emails for this one and to see, like, to categorize where the people are at in their journey of creating.
Right.
Because I can't, like, let's say someone new who hasn't even posted content, I can't help them. So I gotta categorize as part of the funnel. You know what I mean?
It's good.
Yeah.
So how many emails have you collected so far then?
Oh, not too many, like freaking sub 10 maybe.
Sub 10.
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've only posted this on my story.
You should still get way more than 10 with your story.
Yeah.
Like, how many views do you get per story?
But my story was capped at like 500 views.
500. I still think you should have captured more than 10.
Yeah, me too. I thought I would.
Because your story is such a powerful mechanism, and especially with like the sequencing that we have, the stories is basically your biggest nurture channel, right? The videos you make aren't going to get you emails nearly as much as stories do,
Yeah.
because your stories are more immediate, they're more intimate, you're breaking the wall with your audience, so you should be able to capture way more than that, especially if you're hitting 500 and you're only getting 10.
Yeah.
Okay, like
I think for the story I posted, it was just a repost of my post with the link. It's like too mysterious. You know, if you go to my Cinegrade,
yep.
I think I should build a sequence like this.
Yeah.
Like explaining exactly what it is and then plug the link at the end. Else it's like too mysterious.
Yeah.
Just put it there to try.
Yeah, because this is something that we worked on together as well, right? Like having that full sequence.
Yeah.
But I think now that we've gone through and made a new offer, you have to remember to do all those steps from prior.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to lose out on your capture.
Yeah.
Right.
I
And
think,
also, go
for
it.
me, I like want the launch to be so perfect that it makes me not launch anything at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, it's fine. It's fine to launch as is. The only thing that you're missing right now is, does your audience actually know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because I think there was one story that I saw from you that was, oh yeah, I'm working on something really cool, and then you have the link, and I'm like, okay, what is this cool thing?
Yeah.
And I had to like DM you and ask you, okay,
yeah.
what the heck are you actually doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I mean by the offer, right? Go in with the outcome, so people know exactly what you're giving them. Then you can go into the delivery mechanism once they're interested, how you're actually going to help them, right? Because there's no point in telling them, okay, we're going to give you a community, because the community is not the thing that you're selling. You're selling the idea that you can get more brand deals and charge higher prices.
Yes.
Right? So actually push with that, and when you push your landing page out, make sure that is the one thing that you're capturing.
Yeah.
I think even if you were to go back to this, right? Even if you were to go back to this, I would update this just purely for outcomes. So rather than private access, you're not giving them private access, you're giving them a guide to pricing and landing deals.
Yeah. I think I'm still trying to find clarity on the whole thing, but I'm like, if I wait forever, I'm not going to launch anything, so I'm just going to make a landing page to collect emails and push it out. Like that was my mindset behind these things.
Yeah, it was a good approach, right? Because like I would much rather prefer you get something done than to do all of this back-end stuff that I'm saying that you should probably go through and never launch at all.
Yes.
Right? So this is like the next step, the next layer for you to actually start to do capture.
Yeah.
Right? So once you've dealt with the offer, you need to look at all of these things.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll give you the templates for this, so don't worry about that. But I think the main thing that you're going to need to focus on right now is pushing outcome over delivery mechanism. Because delivery mechanism does not matter. People don't buy from that. It's a nice bonus if they say, oh yeah, awesome, I get part of this community. It's cool.
Yeah.
But then they don't buy from that.
Yeah.
right? So make sure that you're actually pushing this. Let's quickly go into funnel. We're going to speed run through this because I think this is sort of where you're getting dropped off right now.
Yeah. Can I show you the funnel I have right now? Well, I haven't launched anything. This is what I think will be good. So I was going to do waitlist into a form, which is that to collect all.
Yep.
I can't, let me walk you through the form.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So put your name in, email in, and these are split between people who are like in the starting category and people who are already creating and making money, right? So if I go to these questions, it's like very simple questions. And I think if I ever launch a low ticket product or like my Centigrade and I need a funnel, I think it's good to start collecting emails for that. So it's just a little sequence. But let's say you're creating consistently and building a business already.
Yeah.
Then I ask like, what type of content do you create? Your follower count? How are you monetizing currently? And then like the average income as well.
Stock standard, nice.
And then what are you struggling with? All this stuff. Trying to hit the pain points. And then where you're trying to move towards as well.
Nice.
After this, I can type something. And then review, submit, and then it'll go to my Google Sheets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. So that's sort of the form right now, right? What else is there in the funnel? So you have a wait list and then you have that form.
Yeah.
Then the email sequence.
Yeah.
What's in the email sequence?
The email sequence, I just wrote like a rough draft.
Have you sent any of those out yet to
No.
your list? No?
Now, all I've done was I've literally just made the form and I haven't pushed. I think with the form capture as well, have you seen you saw the carousel posts I'm making? I think I'm gonna make a lot more of those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, it goes into a wait list, into a, I'm just gonna say like a form,
Yeah.
and that goes into an email sequence, right? And then what's the final step? Is that like go straight into admission or what?
Final step, I was just gonna do book a call.
Book a call.
Yeah.
Okay, book a call
Or
for
book a
what?
call for a brand audit with me. Or I was gonna put my landing page there, but I think book a call would have a better, would be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah, sure, be honest please.
This is very convoluted. Right now, the acquisition, for somebody to even say, okay, I want to work with Kev, how do I do that? Oh, I have to go through his wait list first, and then I have to go through his form, I fill out the form, and even then I'm not guaranteed to get through yet.
Yeah.
I have to go through 7 days of email sequences, and then finally I can talk with him to get a free audit. Do you see how hard it is to get in?
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like if you were going to buy your own offer,
Yeah.
right, unbiased to the fact that you built this entire framework out,
Yeah.
would you actually go through that journey just to have that problem solved, or would you prefer to just say, okay, I can get my problem solved straight away just by texting you?
I think I don't want to just launch an offer and I'm trying to sell you something like in your face straight away with no context at all. Like that's my fear. That's why I'm trying to like nurture through email sequences and everything.
Yeah.
And the wait list was just I was just trying to see how many emails I could collect. I think this will probably be removed from I think it should go straight into like form, so I see what type of person they are, and then into the emails.
Exactly, right? Like this is what I'm thinking. So, first thing is, yes, you 100% don't want to sell people straight away because that's not the point.
Yeah.
Right? I want you to reframe the entire point of your business is not to sell or make money necessarily. Yes, it's important, right? But the thing that's going to get you to that next stage is, okay, I'm actually selling a solution to these guys. The thing that I tell my setter all the time is, you are a doctor, right? You aren't a sales rep. You're not trying to close and get as much commission as possible, even though yes, it's important to you. The thing that's going to help you out the most and the thing that's going to help you scale up is going to be the fact that whenever you interact with these guys, right, your avatars, your ICPs, you are now a doctor prescribing them something. If it's not for them, then you tell them straight away it's not for them. Right?
Yeah.
And that removes the entire fear of you selling because you're not selling anymore.
Yeah.
Right? You're only giving a product and a solution when it's actually applicable to these guys.
Yes.
Okay? Does that like help you reframe this situation here? Because I need you to understand this before we actually go into this new funnel.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what does this new funnel now look like? This new funnel, I agree with you, it would be an application form, right? And that fits into landing page, okay? You go straight into the landing, and then what you'll do is this application form, yes, it goes into a landing page and this goes into an email sequence, right? But this email sequence isn't necessarily for nurture. It's basically a waiting room. I need you to understand here that when you go into an application form, you're going to get hundreds of applications, especially over time, and you're going to have a backlog of these guys. And you're only going to admit a certain few that you actually think are number one qualified,
Yeah.
and number two you can actually help, because again, you're a doctor, you're not a salesperson. All right. After that point, you're waiting these guys are in the waiting room for that email sequence, and once they finally get admission, then they can chat with you. They can chat with you. They can chat with your team. You know, this is where they're going to start to understand how you can help. You have your landing page that gives them enough information. They have the sequencing. That's enough. That's kind of enough information. But the real value in it comes from the interaction with you, because you can say, okay, well, what's your current situation right now? Think about this interaction here.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if I were to try and communicate the same things that I am right now to you through an email sequence.
Yeah, I'm not
That shit would not work. You would not read that. Number one, you wouldn't
Yeah.
implement it. You wouldn't even listen.
Yeah.
Right. But now we're here face to face. By the time we finish up with this video, you're gonna have all of this implemented.
Yeah.
Right. So have that type of interaction. Everything before that point is just the build up to getting the call with you.
Yeah. So this call would be like your GP call, but for their
Your
problem.
GP call.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly.
That's a really good analogy.
Yeah. See? So everything here is like sales is basically like you being a doctor.
Yeah.
You're not actually selling to people. You're serving these people. Right.
Yeah.
So-
and for application form into landing page, how that look like?
So it's basically going to be, you're going to have all the things that you're going to have in your offer, what you're actually showing, the outcomes that you're providing to these guys right here. You see outcome here, you have the delivery mechanism, you have all of those things, right? Are you going to put your ticket publicly out there, or?
Because here's what I'll say: if I don't put my landing page out there, and I just like through the form that I have,
Yeah.
I can know who is a creator who might have that problem. I can scale it down to all the people that might have that problem, and then I can just run the offer in the back end without having my page as a just like offer out there. You know, I can keep creating my content because that's where my page is based on.
Yeah. I mean, that starts to go into your positioning. We can talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, for your landing page, if you were to have the outcome, the explanation on how you're delivering it, and then you have an application form at the bottom to say, if this is for you, let's put through an application form. Is that something that you see yourself putting through?
Like kind of like my thing right now. Like it goes to the bottom.
Yeah, like if we go to the bottom,
Oh yeah, let's say so.
I'll book a brand consultation.
It like ends up like here, and I think this should be like book a call or
Okay.
something.
Wait, so if I,
Yeah,
one
okay.
sec. So if I were to click here instead,
Yeah, it goes to nothing right now. But
okay, gotcha. Yeah, I would rather you have an embed of your form.
Yeah,
Right? The reason why is because it removes the friction from someone to say, okay, this is for me, number one.
yeah.
Let me put through an application, I'm interested, and then we can talk with Kev later on to see if this is actually going to be helpful for me. Because
Yeah.
remember, the people you're targeting right now, anyway, the people you're targeting right now, they're already a step above somebody who's just getting started.
Yeah,
Okay, so for them again, you're not selling them the dream of getting more brand deals. You're selling them the system. You're selling them the exact framework that you use to charge higher prices. You're selling them the exact framework in which you actually reach out to people, or the brands reach out to you by positioning, right? Setting up your profile, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So for you, the number one thing is just making sure that these guys, they're automatically filtering themselves out. You don't want to have people in your application form who just simply aren't made for it. And I think the problem right now is you're setting a wait list that's very, very
Yeah.
unclear, so that
Yeah.
you're going to attract people who aren't necessarily in that
Yeah.
bucket. Okay. So, application form, email sequence, then they can have a chat with you, and that's when they can start to push you into, or you can start to say, okay, are you actually qualified enough to come into this community? If so, welcome in, right? Treat them like family.
yeah,
And then once you do that onboarding, get them in straight away, because that's where the gratification comes from. That's where like the small quick win comes from,
yeah.
right? If you're able to onboard them straight away, that goes into fulfillment. I'm sure you
Yeah.
know what to do from that point,
Yeah.
right? So that's where your funnel should be right now. Email sequence after the application form, and then go straight into a call with you, right? They should know partially what you're doing, but then again, you're a doctor prescribing them. You're not going to say, hey, like here's a wide list of like a document where, oh, this is how I can help you, because you don't know them yet, right? And especially if you are going to take these calls with them, take advantage of the fact that you can, because like it just makes sure that you can help them that much more,
Yeah.
right? Like for us, we're not the type of people to say, hey, like I'm just going to say, okay, anything to get the close. Because for us, we care more about, number one, reputation, because we have our own personal brands, right? Number two, fulfillment and client success. If we're able to deliver wins for these guys, that actually helps us more than it helps them as well.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation in this case. So for us, we need to make sure that no matter what, we're actually prescribing these guys correctly. So every call that you have, none of it's going to be a sales call.
Yes.
Like I really want to steer you away from that.
Yeah.
Right? The whole idea is this right for you? And then from that point, it just becomes an onboarding call. All right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be the funnel. Are we clear with like the funnel
Yeah.
so far?
So here's what I was thinking,
Right.
like before this. Let me think how to word it. Like whether or not I work one-on-one with them, if they're a good creator but they don't need my offer, I still want them to be part of the community. Does that make sense? Like I still want to build a creator community kind of thing. So yesterday, Anthony was shooting, and then I had another guy that wanted to shoot with me as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, why can't I just connect them two together? We all go shoot together. And I had the ability to connect two creators together and
Yeah.
and like make a friendship. I think that's really powerful with the audience that we have.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, like
this would be something like that.
Oh, okay, for sure. I mean, it's good, right? Because like, honestly, the creator universe, we treat each other like family.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's sort of where you're going with this.
Yeah. Or like, like you know the From Me to You group chat?
Yep.
Like something like that. It's not like a full community, just like a group where people can talk to each other and meet new people. And like, hey, anyone free to do this? And then they can say yes. Right? Yeah.
Okay. In that case, there's layers to that offer, right? Because now you have an entry point for people, and then you have a pipeline to your one-on-ones.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that your main business is your one-on-ones.
Yeah.
But you connecting people is just almost like a freebie. It's almost a lead magnet.
Yeah.
For people to start to say, okay, I can actually get value and benefit from interacting with Kevin first.
Yeah.
If you can do that,
Yeah.
you've already won, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
one, like it's a lead magnet, but that's not its main purpose. It's like a first touch point to connect with me and other people as well. So
First touch.
So everything's not just online and virtual. You actually have communication to other people as well.
Yeah, so your first touch is a network of creatives, and that's going to be part of your funnel, and that can lead you into potentially, once you're able to get the brand deals down the line, and you need optimization for being able to charge high prices, get more of them,
Yeah.
that's when they come to you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that actually works as part of the funnel.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now how it's working is you have your application form that goes into the email sequence, and then they chat with you. That's to work one-on-one. And that's the only thing that you're going to have in your bio, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
And then after that point, the network of creatives, that's going to be the first touch for people who haven't actually fallen through the cracks of the application form yet. People who aren't yet, maybe not qualified, or maybe they're even like further up, right? But they just want to have a network of people. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I would personally benefit as well from having a list of just creatives who we can just hit up one day and say, hey, do you want to shoot together?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So that's a good help point. Like I would be happy to push that forward as well. Okay. So is that funnel like very, very clear
Yeah.
now?
Well, I don't know if it's too clear because now I'm thinking we have two points of access, right? It's you got the landing page and this one. How would they go hand in hand?
I wouldn't overthink it, because like I need you to understand, right? Your main offer stays the pillar. Okay. The free network. Honestly, that network you can do that through an Instagram, like you know those voice channels, not voice channels, broadcast channels.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's something that's super low commitment. It's not its own offer.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just a database.
Yeah.
It's just a group chat.
This it like helps capture the people who are coming in, right? So I know like exactly what type of creator they are, and like why would they just fill in the email for no reason, right? Unless like it has a benefit to join a community, so it's a win-win situation.
Now you're answering yourself, see?
Yeah.
So, yeah, perfect, right?
Yeah. But then, like my question is, where would this be visible?
It would only
Is
be
this, the,
visible
is this
on
the first thing?
No, it would only be visible on your profile.
After the, let's look at this. So we have this form is like first touch.
Right.
Right. Is that all right?
That's fine, yeah.
So this is the first touch. You fill in the details, and then do I go straight into an email sequence, or do I go through this first
Okay,
and
I
then
think,
email sequence?
I think we need a bit more clarity on this. Right?
Yeah.
So, what should be happening at this point onwards is if we were to go to your profile, there are a few things that you can do here. The link in your bio should be this landing page right here. This is
Okay.
to your main one-on-one offer.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is for someone to work with you, this is whatever, right? For somebody who wants to enter through your network, right? The free community, whatever you want to call it, there's two ways. Either you put the link in your bio again, you already have multiple links, just like replace it one for your main one for the network,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Or, this is what I would recommend, this comes to your profile setup actually. In your highlights, you can just say join my community or join my network.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then there'll be like a link here, and I just replace this one with the actual clear, like the Cinegrade story
Exactly.
sequence. Yes,
Exactly,
I wrote
right?
Stuff down.
So make a story sequence of that. Because there's no point on you having multiple entry points and confuse somebody straight away. Right?
Yeah.
If you mainly want to sell your main offer, the very, very top, right? Because this is where you can help the most people,
Yeah.
then make sure that that's the first thing that they can see.
Yeah.
There are other ways that you can help, but then you don't necessarily need to push it nearly as much. Because once you're able to prescribe and talk to these guys, you can actually tell, okay, is this person for this offer? Is this person for this offer?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
work through that type of funneling. Have one clear journey
Yeah.
for these guys,
Yeah.
and then after that, now you can start to work into, okay, entry level, mid tier, top tier.
Yeah. I think these two is like the max that I'll add to the offer. Else it's just going to be too much. Too many
Keep
things.
it at that. Like
Yeah.
I don't even right now,
Yeah.
the number one thing that like most creators will struggle with is the fact that their offer is way too convoluted in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Like the one thing you have to remember, the one thing that you're doing for these guys is solving a problem. If you're not solving that problem, then it doesn't matter what you add to the offer. Just
Yeah.
slim it down,
Yeah.
right? Like the pricing honestly is not proportional to what you provide to them in terms of like the deliverables. Arguably,
Yeah.
people will pay more if you give them less, but it's more effective,
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
right? So just make sure it's effective, number one. All right, are we clear on the funnel
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
far?
Got it.
We're good?
Okay, that was a good
Awesome.
chat.
That's good. All right, let's go into content. Right, this is where your positioning side of things are. Right now, what is your content looking like? If I were to hop onto your page, what kind of content are you making right now? And then where do you think you're being held back based on what you're actually making?
Yeah. Right now, I think I'm being held back. I'm just not posting enough. I think I really want to spam these ones
Yep.
because when I look at other people with this one and it's valuable, I save it, and then I see their posts more and more. I'm like, okay, this guy like has authority in the space of landing brand deals.
Gotcha.
And then if I mix them in with actual brand deal posts, and then also keep my normal content as well. Then I think that's where I go with content.
Gotcha. Okay, well, let's take a look at some of these ones first. A lot of these are more, like you said, emotions,
Straight cinematic.
straight
yeah.
cinematic. It's good. I mean, like, I really like this type of content style, so it's awesome. I think right now, yes, you're positioned as somebody who has authority because of the amount of views that you're already getting, right? Like the average view count that you're pulling, at least for like, especially your travel stuff, do
Yeah.
really, really well. Like 4.7 mil here, 20-year-old once I graduate. Oh, there you go, that's us right there, right? So, like all of these videos do really well. The number one thing that you're missing is character. I think we spoke about this before, like even while we were working together,
Yeah.
right? The one thing that you need to actually push forward is the fact that you're a person, right? You're not just here for eye candy.
Yeah.
You're here because you have this story of, oh, I picked up a camera when I was, how old were you when you picked up a camera?
15.
15. Okay, like you're in your mid-teens.
Yeah.
Push that.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
why did you pick up a camera?
Oh, you asked me?
Yeah,
I thought it was rhetorical.
Yeah.
Because I want to create cool content.
Want to create cool
And
content?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Like I'll give you an example for me, right? For me, my parents used to be really big into cameras because they wanted to capture my childhood,
Yeah.
right? I would take their camera that would document my own childhood, and I would self-document my own childhood.
Yeah.
Because I used to love binge watching these YouTubers like documenting their lives and stuff like that. So for me, I got into videography from that point onwards. That's the type of story that you want to push forward, because this is what's going to push people in.
That's
They're going to see that you had a very similar story to them, that you started as a teenager.
Yeah.
And from that point onwards, they're going to say, okay, this guy's exactly like me, and he's in a spot where I want to be. So then he's the bridge.
Yeah.
Kevin's the bridge.
Yeah.
So show that as part of a piece of content and pin it to your page.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Like I like to call this like a my story piece of content. So this is exactly what you want to push forward. Now,
Yeah.
when I was saying my story, see, you start from nothing. It's a point of relatability and then admiration. Because right now, I think you're at the point where you're actively posting admiration content.
Yes.
But then there's no point of connection for somebody to say, okay, like this is actually a place where I was, and now this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're actually framing and positioning yourself as that,
Yeah.
because otherwise you're going to be capping yourself out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So place a my story bit here. Then you're going to place a piece of content where you can say, okay, I've made it. Right? I think your I've made it moments, like you don't really need to show these, because I mean, there's proof, right? The proof that you're already posting brand deals from like these massive guys.
Yeah.
Right? That's enough proof for someone to say, okay, yeah, this guy knows he knows game.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's just my story. Once you posted the my story, then yeah, go into this, right? But every single time you post like a piece of carousel content like this, you're not just giving them value that you can just come up with in your head and say, okay, what can I post today? Okay, there's a back-end strategy to this. The way that you actively start to reposition yourself, rather than pushing people just through eye candy, but actual authority this time, and
Yeah.
making sure that you're attracting creators here, is by thinking back to your avatar.
Yeah.
Okay, if I were to go back to your avatar, content creator, which you're helping with getting more brand deals, charging higher prices, what are they actually struggling with right now? Maybe it's the self-doubt that they're actually worth that much.
Yeah.
If you made a carousel breaking down that entire belief, guess what? You've targeted that exact person.
Write this down.
There you go. He's taking his notes. There you go. Target exactly the pain point that these guys are going through
Yeah.
through that content, so that it feels as if you know them more than they know themselves. That is the whole point with your brand positioning. Because if you're able to say, okay, I can make content that actually targets these guys, not only will you perform well in terms of targeting these guys correctly, you'll get through most of them
Yeah.
in their market, because now you're able to actually define your market.
Yeah.
So that was just one of the examples, right? Like the pricing side of things. Let's just say another problem for them is they're not getting enough inbound, right? Maybe the reason why they're not getting inbound, think about what they're struggling with. Maybe
Yeah.
their profile isn't set up correctly.
Yeah.
Maybe they haven't gone through the motions of getting enough proof and showing that they have that proof. Maybe they haven't worked with similar brands before, so that their dream brands don't trust them yet.
Yeah.
Okay, think about the problems beforehand and be able to solve that for them within that content. Or maybe even if it's not solving it, if you're able to just call out the problem, but in like stupid detail, they're gonna think, okay, this Kevin guy knows game, because you don't have to solve it. You don't solve the problem yet, because the problem is like behind this gate of difficulty. Because if you solve the problem, they're just going to save the post and they're just going to leave it.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to work with you.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're able to understand, okay, this is exactly what you're struggling with right now. You know, I'm 22. I've made my first like 10 grand off of like brand deals as a creator,
Yeah.
but I just haven't been able to scale up. Okay, well, if you're able to push the exact problem that they're going through, maybe they feel this self-doubt that they're charging too little. Maybe they're having this doubt that maybe these brands are reaching out to me because of something else rather than like the content that I make,
Yeah.
or my creativity. If you can break down those exact pain points, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
So that's how you start to reposition yourself to the right people rather than just doing eye candy. So that's the content right now. Focus on solving pains. or even just identifying them. If you're able to push these, you'll be able to repivot, you'll be able to reposition in the fastest way possible, right? Like this was my problem. I started off with productivity content, and then I pushed towards more of this, like as an operator, because honestly, this is where my lane was. I've worked across, you know, your big tech. I've worked across ecom, like when I was 16, found pretty good success with that. So it's like, overall, being able to channel my skills rather than try and like fit into a niche was the thing that allowed me to like repivot as quickly as I did.
Yeah.
Right. So focus on solving pains. Okay. I would honestly have a document where you predict the problems that your avatar will face, and then every single time you make a piece of content, you just look back at that document. Because like you're the expert. If I come to you with a problem on brand deals, you can probably help solve it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to treat your page almost like this, where you're solving that problem, or you're at least priming them to be ready for the solution. So when they hop on a call with you and they do the application form, they're expecting an answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like when I do hop on a call with them and I think about it as a doctor, like I have endless things to say. Like if they show me their page, I have so many things to talk about. So I'm not worried about that part. I think just setting up the systems and like the content to attract people that I can help, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how you reposition.
Yeah.
Does that clear up how you can sort of set up now?
Beautiful. Yes.
Beautiful. So like once you've done all that, like you're ready to launch the offer.
Yeah.
Right. And now at this point it's just a cash injection. So for you have to think, all right, well, once I've launched this, it's been as lean as possible. I mean, you've built out everything in terms of like your forms, so you haven't had to pay Typeform.
Yeah.
You've gone through the entire stack of building your landing pages on Framer and stuff like that. So everything to do with fulfillment and then also acquisition is very lean. And I need you to take advantage of that, because even once you launch, it is now a matter of, okay, how many people can you get through the pipeline after this? So yeah, I'm gonna send you this document at the end, and then also, as we were sort of mentioning, like all the tools and templates and stuff, like the SOPs. And then we can get you started. But I'm honestly really excited for like
it
the
sounds
whole
good
community, because
got a lot of clarity from this chat.
there you go.
I think some things that's changed is I always thought of launching an offer like you're waiting and then one big spike, right? But it's like you slowly set up your system and then it's like a slow graph, right?
Yeah.
And I think the pressure of thinking going like this and you launch an offer, you never really post anything out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a completely different game, right? Because like you're used to being a creator, and you can make a decent income as a creator. I mean, you've already mentioned from the very start, you're able to basically match your software engineering job with being a content creator doing brand deals. But then the second you start to make your own offer, the second you start to like operate as a business owner, it's a completely different game. So like these types of chats are really, really important to actually lock yourself in. But that's crazy. Well, we should probably dip from this this cafe before they kick us out. But
in this corner,
we've just been in a corner on the street, like. But no, it's a good spot. Good chat.
Thanks for chat.
Good stuff.
See you guys next time.
Yeah.